This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
Hi, and thanks for watching Mojarto on Art. I'm Anu Subramanian. This week, we find out about India Art Fair 2017 and what we can look forward to, and we hear a dispatch from Goa's Serendipity Arts Festival. Plus, we share what's new in the world of Mojarto with you, and we hear about some upcoming events happening in the art world. This is Mojarto on Art. India Art Fair is upon us. It launches on February 2nd. Ahead of the fair, we thought it would be good to sit down with some of the people who have been influential in the fair for its whole 9-year history. During the first weekend of February, dozens of trucks will roll into New Delhi's Okhla neighborhood, unloading thousands of artworks from around the world. Tents are pitched, and rows of galleries bring their best works to the fore, marking both a major commercial weekend for Indian art and the start of the country's cultural calendar. India Art Fair will kick off on February 2nd.
Well, the Art Fair is now in its 9th edition. So we're very excited about the range of talks and programming that we have at the Art Fair this year. The Speakers Forum is stronger than ever and draws some of the best names in the industry from around the world and also from India. And there's a big focus on South Asia as a region. And so there are sessions dedicated to collectors and younger collectors as well. There are sessions dedicated to conversations in the region among South Asian institutions. The sessions dedicated to digital and digital practice coming into the art. We also have various curated walks along certain themes that are there to help people just sort of familiarize themselves. Also for children, specific walks dedicated to for little children, dedicated to the art projects at the fair. And so they'll go off on this walk, and then they'll come to the children's art space where they will actually create their interpretation of certain works. And so it's a fun, interactive kids place.
I think India Art Fair is very, very iconic for what's happened in India with relevance to contemporary art. The first year, people were very, very apprehensive because they said, you know, what's going on, and galleries were not willing to really take the trouble to transport art and, you know, themselves all the way from Bombay to come to Delhi. I remember going there and thinking, wow, I mean, great. So now we have an art fair in India, and I've been watching it very clearly, and some of us have been watching it and hoping that it would only grow. And today you have an art fair in India where everyone, not only from all parts of India, but also globally, are flocking to Delhi to be here for this entire week.
The art fair has been growing in international stature, drawing speakers and collectors from major global art institutions, including the Metropolitan Museum of Art and the Museum of Modern Art, both in New York City, and the Tate in London. But 2017 also marks India Art Fair's first year in partnership with MCH Group, the Swiss company behind Art Basel and its several global offshoots.
There's a new dialogue emerging that is a regional dialogue. And you know, best practices being exchanged, and together the region of South Asia is really what is getting highlighted, and it sits well with the new MCH thought process of a regional focus, where we're really sort of they're here to support this region in its development and really to elevate this art fair to another sort of global level, but with a very strong focus on the organic DNA of the region.
It is the only global platform we have in the country, other than the Kochi Biennale. It kind of both sides get a push of more people, more interest, more press, everything, and people kind of make it a point to come in the Biennale year. So I think this is a Biennale year. So I'm very excited because more people come, more international directors, more museums, more collectors, more people interested in South Asia, journalists. So I think we definitely get a more stronger kind of outlay globally.
Indeed, the fair is a place to purchase artworks, and collectors flock to boost their store of modern masters and discover the hottest new contemporary talent.
So there are several kinds of collectors, as you are aware. The collectors who collect for the love of collecting, who don't care if the art actually goes up in value or not, because for them art is not a commodity. The second rung and the most popular kind of collectors today are investor collectors who buy scientifically based on advice and so on. And then there are the young collectors who have budgets, but they're just entering the field. Now all these three are very important and very relevant for an art fair and for the art world.
But this year's fair will come on the heels of demonetization, which led a risk-averse art market to see a dip at the auctions in December. Fairgoers will also be curious to know whether their art investments will be wise after the 2017 budget on February 1st.
We're going to find out. Obviously, these sort of external shocks are never positive to any market, and it was, I guess, we wanted to kind of try to understand what it meant, and it may be, I mean, I guess it's still to be seen, we will see in 6 months' time, but that the demonetization, in a sense, yes, it caused a short disruption to the market, which probably was felt already at the sort of, latter end of 2016. I think this probably, maybe by the summer again, we will see, maybe it's just actually sort of has flushed itself out and in a sense almost maybe instills more credibility back into the market.
Around the time of India Art Fair, several exciting art events also crop up all around the country. Here are a few of them in this week's installment of upcoming art events. The Ranthambore Festival begins on January 27th and goes on till the 28th. Over Republic Day weekend, it will see influencers and audiences from different paths come together to connect for the purpose of supercharging music and nature conservation efforts. From the 1st to the 15th of February in Surajkund, the curtains go up on the acclaimed annual Surajkund International Craft Mela, a celebration of Indian folk tradition and cultural heritage. From January 28th to February 17th, Art Alive Gallery presents World of Watercolors, a solo artist show by the renowned artist Paresh Maiti. It showcases 40 years of Paresh Maiti's journey with watercolors. The exhibition is accompanied with the release of a major book entitled Paresh Maiti, World of Watercolors, which documents watercolors since the artist's early age and covers the subject spanning from his hometown all the way to abroad, including China, Japan, England, and Venice. And finally, Mumbai, head to the Kamal Nayan Bajaj Art Gallery to see colors of devotion and love. The exhibition shows the works of senior artist and professor D.B. Bele, a retired professor of Sir J.J. School of Art. He's devoted more than 50 years of his life to art, and his whole range of paintings will be on display. Hopefully you can make it to one of these upcoming art events. And hey, if you ever have an upcoming event that you want us to share on the show, then write to us about it at onart@ndtv.com. We're going to take a quick break, but after we come back, we meet a great gallery and hear a word from Goa's Serendipity Arts Festival. Don't go anywhere. Mojarto on Art will be right back.